second on her water bottle.
Welcome to the broadcast. My name is Todd and you are watching Digging Life. In yesterday's episode, we cut this section of road in. But today, we are going to work on what I find to be sometimes the most difficult part of building mountain roads. And that is the transition or building of a switchback. You may think the steeper the ground, the more difficult it is to put a switchback in. It's really not. The main thing is taking the time to scrape in the woods that leafy, organic, root infested material off the whole width of where the roadbed is going to be. Otherwise that stuff will rot over time, or it could potentially cause the whole roadbed to slide. And that's not good. Just below where the dog, my new friend Eli, is where the road's going to shoot back. I'm going to get as close to the property line as I can, and we're going to make a long sweeping curve around the bottom side of a tree that's just below Eli there. And the whole idea is that I'm actually going to be, the roadbed's going to be over here, but I've got to cut this in to make room for a good wide turn. Otherwise, it becomes very difficult for cars to come through those curves. You want it to be at as gradual of a slope as you can get and as wide as you can get. We'll do a little time lapse and you guys will see what I'm talking about. We're about halfway through the switchback here. I just tracked this in only to lock it in case we have some rain move in, which it looks like it might. And they won't be getting gravel on this within a couple of weeks. I'm pleased with it. It's moving right along. Now all we got to do, this is the tree right here that we got to go around, so I'm just going to continue on around through there. We reached an impasse on this project. Where we went in and started cutting that driveway was at the top of this paved road, and it goes around the mountain to this road that we're sitting on. I'll pull you straight ahead here. My customer owns everything from here up to where we're going to drive to. So I can bring that road out anywhere in here. You can see some, maybe y'all can see the pink ribbon in there. I don't know. We're gonna pull up closer here to where we can see where I'm at as far as cutting the driveway. Here's a good spot. Get my bear spray. Okay. What we have is we're working right there. Now I gotta find a spot to come in here. This is a steep turn up, which is good. We've got a great ditch line in here that we're gonna be able to drop our pipes in to make our entrance. Now what we need to do, I need my phone for this next part. Y'all that want to learn how to build roads, especially in mountains or uneven terrain, you're gonna wanna pay attention here. Right in here is the type of terrain that we're working on. This is about a 45-degree slope going up through here. Pretty steep. You can see I'm looking down on my truck. Let's walk in here. Here's where we've come out at. You guys can't see it, but it's a, I'd say 30-degree slope from where we're standing here up. This is entirely too steep. Ideally, I want about a 7-degree slope, which is about 15–16% is what I'm shooting for. We had that up here. Actually, I don't see any tracks of anything I don't want to run into. And you can see this finished section. This is good. That's a nice slope. What we need to do is figure out, we want to get to here. Now this is where this comes into play. This is on it. Okay, so the blue dotted lines is the original path that me and the customer walked. Okay, so now the red lines is where I proposed to the customer will come out, which would have brought us out over there. But we talked about it and we both agreed we just go this way. I was able to just go into this app and draw a straight line. See if I can pull it up here. Okay, see, I'm gonna highlight that line and I can see my elevation changes, and the elevation change is 82 yards, so that'd be 240 feet with an elevation loss of 55 feet. So let's figure that. Size overrun, 55 divided by about 280, that gives us about 20%, which is what, 10 degrees roughly. It's roughly double. That's really pushing it, but it's not unheard of in this area. This is steep terrain. You can't just magically get more room. So we're having to, I mean, the property line is that yellow ribbon right there, so I've come right up to it nice and gradual as far as I could. Now we're going to go the property line that way, and that's as good as you're going to get it. If your customer wants better slopes, what you're going to have to do is put more switchbacks in, and that usually is cost prohibitive, because just putting this curve in is going to take me about a day. By the time I backfill this to raise that initial slope and compact it and lift, that is going to take me a full day just to do this little curve. That's it. Now, people with multiple workers and big machines, they could do it in just a couple of hours. So now our issue from here to there, that's maybe 30 feet, but I've got a good 15-foot drop. That is steep. This is steep. I remember when I was new into this type of thing, right now I'd be like, oh no, what am I going to do? There's nothing that I can do. As long as you got property and they're okay with you digging it up, you can fix this. You just gotta borrow dirt from somewhere. And you can see all this fluff is fresh material that I borrowed out of this hillside. Don't worry about making it pretty to begin with. Just dig what you need initially, and then you can slope those sides off real nice later and make it look good. Deer track. Here's the other thing. I've got 240 feet of hillside that's sloping in. Once you get close to that road, I can't just keep rolling dirt out, because I'm going to fill the ditch line in, dirt's going to go out in the road. We can't do that. The fix, and this is where it gets fun, is you've got all that volume of dirt that you can bring back up here and bucket it. Obviously I can't get a truck in here, and even an off-road truck, there's not enough room to work. This is where a one-man show is good, and you guys will prosper. I'm going to have to go and get my skid steer. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the trees down, throw them to the side, strip this root material. All this stuff, it's about 6 inches thick. I've got to strip it off, and then I can use the skid steer to cut the road, and at the same time dig it out, spin around, come up here and dump my dirt out that I can grade later into that nice smooth slope that I need. It's a win-win. You get to cut your road, you get to take that dirt that you can't just cut and roll out and bring it back up here, and you will start seeing a road form. Gonna be a lot of time lapse on this one, and I'm so excited to share it with all of you. There is really good money and fair money to be made. Me and this customer worked it out where he's paying me by the day, and he's going to get this road cut in way cheaper than if even I had just given him a lump sum. Because when you give somebody a lump sum price, you got to think of every scenario that can go wrong and charge for it. I'd rather work by the day and save them money. And at the same time, if you run into something, you're not working for free. We got 240 more feet of road to build. I'm going to stick to this section here, and it's just gonna be a straight line. But unfortunately, that's all the time we have for this week. I'll be on vacation next week. Thanks to all of you for supporting the channel. There's a link down in the description where you can donate and support the channel. Donations are appreciated, but absolutely not necessary. Just your views and You guys interacting in the comments and clicking that like button helps tremendously as well. And I thank each and every one of you from the bottom of my heart. And really, I really do enjoy sharing my life and these projects with all of you. Don't forget, please, please, please check out my other channel, Digging Life Deeper. I'm going to be doing what I'm going to be doing tomorrow as far as going to get the trailer and moving everything around and going and getting the skid steer, finishing up the job that it's on and bringing it back over here will be on that channel. And I just got through doing a super fun, I mean an amazingly fun multi-video land clearing project that's all covered over there. I'll put it on the screen, Digging Life Deeper, and I'll also put a link in the description for you guys, or I'll put it up here at the top of the screen. Thanks again, everybody. I really, really appreciate the patronage, and we will see y'all on the next one.